old turtle stone from her pocket and carefully added the missing piece to the old broken one. You are loved, and so are they. The people looked and looked and looked. Some frowned, some smiled, some even laughed, and some cried. And they began to understand. You are loved, and so are they. Time passed, and upon the beautiful land, the trees climbed like ladders to the stars. The waters shone like mirrors, and the people saw their beauty. A breeze stirred, and they heard its music. Tiny truths fell by day and night, gentle as the rain and snow, and the people found them and kept them in their hearts. And slowly, as the people met other people different from themselves, they began to see themselves. And far away on a hill in the very center of the world, Old Turtle smiled. Lincoln Steffens has a fable of a man who climbed to the top of a mountain and standing on tiptoe seized hold of the truth. Satan, suspecting mischief from this upstart, had directed one of his underlings to tail him, but when the demon reported with alarm the man's success, that he had indeed seized hold of the truth, Satan was unperturbed. Oh, don't worry, he yawned. I'll tempt him to institutionalize it. So good morning, my friends. I need to begin with a confession. I had a hard time connecting with this book after the good news, written by Nancy MacDonald Ladd, a UU minister. I chose to go last in our 5-part series of reflections because I was hoping something would inspire me before I had to speak. And you know, I was inspired by Sandy, Carrie, Maggie, and Carl, whose personal stories prompted me to look at Reverend Ladd's book anew. Originally, my main issue with the book was that it felt dated. Not wrong, just dated. Published in 2019, but being read in 2026, it was inadequate, it felt, to meet this time where there are so many, almost daily assaults to our senses. When we see tens of thousands of hardworking government civil servants lose their jobs in order to fund roving gangs of masked ICE agents terrorizing and in some cases killing our neighbors, to just give one example. As the weeks went by and I was wishing I had never said yes to Sandy, I reread Ladd's chapter, Abstract versus Immediate Proximity. And it wasn't here that I found not a dated message, but a timeless one. In that chapter, Ladd credits theologian John Henry Newman, who said that religion must express itself in particular acts. Express itself in particular acts. That there is no religion in general, he says. It doesn't exist as a concept. It is made real only through the tangible forms it takes and relationships in which it is enacted. And thus, a genuine faith can never be manifested primarily as a commitment to an abstract notion. The religious value that exists only in the abstract is not a religious value at all, but a theoretical concept that in and of itself does nothing to affect the healing of the world. The healing of the world, or as our Jewish brothers and sisters say, tikkun olam. Now, this was a teaching I could relate to. This made me appreciate Reverend Ladd's book, and it harkened back a time in the Presbyterian church of my childhood, when Reverend Allen would quote one of his favorite passages from the book of James, "Faith without works is dead." Last week in coffee hours, I was chatting up my friend and kindred spirit, Paul, about my talk today. He shared a time when Father Mike Shrufka from Holy Angels Cathedral in Gary was preaching a homily from the book of James and his challenges to us. Father Mike told the assembled congregation, "If you say you love the poor, then then tell me their names. You say you love the poor, then tell me their names. I will remember that. Reverend Ladd lifts up activist, lawyer, and educator Brian Stevenson